The word paradise comes from Persian, pardis. It literally means a walled garden, and that tells you everything about how the ancient Persians saw their gardens. They were not just beautiful, they were sacred. They were pharmacies. Every tree, every flower, every herb in a Persian royal garden was selected not just for its appearance, but for its medicinal properties. The Persians invented the formal garden, the four-part layout called Chahar Bagh, divided by water channels representing the four rivers of paradise, became the blueprint for every great garden that followed. The Mughal gardens of India, the courtyards of the Alhambra in Spain, the formal gardens of Versailles, though all descended from the Persian original. But the gardens of Versailles were designed for beauty. The gardens of Persia were designed for health. And the physician who codified which plants belonged in those gardens was a man whose medical textbook was used in European universities for over 500 years. Ibn Sina. Avicenna. His canon of medicine cataloged over 800 medicinal substances. It described the properties of each plant with a precision that modern pharmacology continues to validate. This is educational content, not medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before using any herbal remedy. Today we are walking through the Persian royal garden and exploring 15 plants that treated the ailments of kings. Stay until the end, because number 15 is a plant so central to Persian identity that it appears on Iran's national emblem. And science is only now discovering what Persian physicians knew 1,000 years ago. If you are new here, subscribe to the Green Domain for ancient wisdom, modern science, and the forgotten remedies of history. Let us begin. Number 1. Damask rose, the queen of the garden. Every Persian garden begins with the rose. Rosa damascena, the damask rose, is named after Damascus, but was cultivated in Persia long before it reached Syria. Ibn Sina devoted extensive sections of the canon of medicine to rose water and rose oil. He described their effects on the brain, the heart, and the nervous system. Persian physicians prescribed rose water for headaches, digestive problems, eye inflammation, and melancholy. The Persian technique of steam distillation to extract rose water and essential oils was a technological breakthrough that the rest of the world eventually adopted. A 2017 review in the Avicenna Journal of Phytomedicine found evidence that Rosa damascena has anxiolytic, antidepressant, analgesic, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. The queen of the Persian garden has real pharmacology behind her. Number 2. Saffron, the royal spice. Saffron, Crocus sativus, has been cultivated in Persia for over 3,000 years. Iran still produces approximately 90% of the world's saffron supply. Ibn Sina prescribed saffron for sadness, melancholy, liver disease, and respiratory problems. A 2012 review in Phytotherapy Research compared Avicenna's prescriptions with modern pharmacological findings and concluded that most of his saffron recommendations are supported by current research. Clinical trials found saffron matches fluoxetine and imipramine for treating depression. A spice that Persian kings valued above jewels performs as well as modern antidepressants. Number 3. Barberry, the golden root. And this is where Persian medicine reveals something unexpected. Barberry, Berberis vulgaris, has been used in Persian medicine for liver complaints, digestive problems, and skin conditions for centuries. The active compound is berberine, the same berberine we discussed in our Native American video when we covered golden seal. 2 continents, 2 completely different plants, both containing the same active molecule, both prescribed for similar conditions. A 2015 meta-analysis found that berberine significantly improves blood sugar, cholesterol, and insulin sensitivity. The Persians were prescribing a plant containing one of the most studied metabolic compounds in modern medicine. Number 4. Myrtle, the sacred shrub. Myrtle, Myrtus communis, was considered sacred in ancient Persia. It was planted in temple gardens and used in purification rituals. Ibn Sina prescribed myrtle for digestive disorders, respiratory complaints, and wound healing. A 2019 evidence-based review of Avicenna's medicinal plants found that randomized controlled trials on myrtle showed improvement in bacterial vaginosis, remission of oral inflammation, and reduction of menstrual bleeding. A sacred garden shrub with results from randomized controlled trials. Number 5. Pomegranate, the jewel of Persia. Pomegranate has appeared in our Greek, Egyptian, biblical, and Ottoman videos, but its deepest cultural roots may be in Persia. The pomegranate is one of the 7 fruits of the half-sin table displayed during Nowruz, Persian New Year. It symbolizes fertility, abundance, and eternal life. Persian physicians prescribe pomegranate juice, peel, and seeds for digestive health, heart protection, and parasite treatment. A 2023 review in PMC examined pomegranate in Persian and Islamic traditional medicine, and found that preclinical and clinical evidence supports many of its therapeutic applications. This is now the 5th civilization where pomegranate has appeared on our channel. At this point, the convergent evidence speaks for itself. Number 6. Quince, the golden apple. Quince, Sidonia oblonga, was one of the most valued fruits in Persian royal gardens. Ibn Sina prescribed quince for nausea, vomiting, liver support, and digestive disorders. Persian physicians made quince preserves, syrups, and decoctions that were served to royalty as both food and medicine. A 2017 review found that quince contains phenolic compounds, organic acids, and pectin with demonstrated anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and gastroprotective effects. Research has also shown potential benefits for managing nausea during pregnancy. A fruit served at Persian royal tables turns out to have genuine antiemetic properties. Number 7. Violet, the humble healer. Viola odorata, sweet violet, was one of the most prescribed flowers in Persian medicine. Ibn Sina used violet syrup extensively for respiratory complaints, sore throats, coughs, and headaches. Violet syrup, sharbat-e-banafshe, is still consumed in Iran today as a traditional remedy for colds and coughs. Research has shown that Viola odorata contains cyclotides and flavonoids with anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and antitussive properties. A flower most people consider purely ornamental was one of the most important respiratory medicines in Persian pharmacy for 1,000 years. Number 8. Jasmine, the night perfume. Jasmine, Jasminum officinale, was planted in every Persian garden for both its fragrance and its medicine. Persian physicians used jasmine oil for headaches, anxiety, and skin conditions. The flowers open at night, releasing their strongest fragrance after sunset, which is why the Persians associated jasmine with the moon and with calm. A 2010 study published in the Journal of Biological Chemistry found that certain jasmine compounds act on GABA receptors with effects comparable to barbiturates and benzodiazepines, a garden flower with the same mechanism as prescription sedatives. We are past the halfway point, and the remaining plants are where Avicenna's canon of medicine connects most directly to modern research. Number 9. Cinnamon, the warming bark. Ibn Sina prescribed cinnamon for digestive complaints, colds, kidney problems, and as a warming agent for cold temperaments. The Persian 4-temperament system classified all diseases as imbalances of hot, cold, moist, and dry. Cinnamon was the primary warming remedy. A 2019 meta-analysis in clinical nutrition found that cinnamon supplementation significantly reduces fasting blood glucose, cholesterol, and triglycerides in type 2 diabetes patients. The warming bark has measurable metabolic effects. Number 10. Licorice, the sweet root. Licorice, Glycyrrhiza glabra, was one of the most widely prescribed herbs in Persian medicine. Ibn Sina used it for respiratory complaints, sore throats, digestive problems, and as a harmonizing agent that balanced other herbs in compound formulations. This is the same role licorice played in Chinese medicine, where it was called the Great Harmonizer. 2 civilizations. Same plant, same function. A 2015 review found that glycyrrhizin has antiviral, anti-inflammatory, hepatoprotective, and antimicrobial effects. Number 11. Fenugreek, the strengthening seed. Fenugreek, Trigonella favinum graecum, was prescribed by Persian physicians for digestive health, blood sugar regulation, and to increase breast milk production. A 2020 systematic review found that fenugreek supplementation significantly reduced fasting blood glucose and HbA1c in people with type 2 diabetes. Number 12. Pistachio, the smiling nut. In Persian, the pistachio is called the smiling nut because the shell splits open as if it is grinning. Persian royal gardens included pistachio orchards as both food and medicine. Ibn Sina prescribed pistachios for liver health, heart health, and as a general nutritive tonic. A 2020 systematic review and meta-analysis found that pistachio consumption significantly improves blood lipid profiles, blood sugar markers, and inflammatory biomarkers. A nut that Persian kings ate as a luxury snack turns out to have measurable cardiovascular benefits. Number 13. Walnut, the brain food. The Persians called the walnut the royal nut and associated it with intelligence because the walnut kernel resembles the shape of a brain. Ibn Sina prescribed walnuts for brain health and cognitive function. A 2020 review found that walnut consumption is associated with improved cognitive function, reduced cardiovascular risk, and anti-inflammatory effects. The doctrine of signatures, the ancient idea that plants resemble the body parts they heal, is usually dismissed as superstition. But in the case of walnuts and the brain, modern research says the Persians were accidentally right. Number 14. Bitter orange, the calming citrus. Bitter orange, Citrus aurantium, known in Persian as naranj, was grown in Persian gardens for its fragrance and its medicine. The word orange itself comes from the Persian naranj. Ibn Sina prescribed bitter orange for anxiety, insomnia, and digestive complaints. The essential oil neroli, extracted from bitter orange blossoms, is one of the most valued aromatherapy compounds in the world. A 2012 clinical study found that inhaling neroli oil significantly reduced anxiety in patients undergoing medical procedures. A garden tree that gave the world the word for a color and a fruit also gave us a clinically validated anxiolytic. Number 15. Cypress, the tree of eternity. I told you at the beginning that number 15 appears on Iran's national emblem. Here it is. The cypress, Cupressus sempervirens, is the most iconic tree in Persian culture. It appears in Persian poetry, Persian miniature paintings, Persian carpet designs, and on the coat of arms of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The cypress represents immortality, resilience, and the connection between earth and heaven. Its evergreen nature, standing unchanged through every season, made it the ultimate symbol of enduring life. But the cypress was also medicine. Ibn Sina prescribed cypress for respiratory complaints, hemorrhages, varicose veins, and excessive sweating. Modern research has found that Cupressus sempervirens contains alpha-pinene, cedrol, and limonene, with demonstrated antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant effects. A 2018 review found evidence for wound healing, antiviral, and vasoconstrictor properties, supporting its traditional use for hemorrhages and varicose veins. The tree that Persians planted to represent eternal life contains compounds that modern science is only now beginning to understand. It is the tree that outlasts everything, and it may contain medicine that outlasts our understanding. And that completes our walk through the Persian royal garden. 15 plants, each one selected by physicians whose textbook defined medicine for half a millennium. The word paradise is Persian, and the original paradise was not just a garden of beauty, it was a garden of healing. Every tree chosen for a reason, every flower planted with purpose, every herb a prescription waiting to be picked. If this changed the way you think about Persian medicine, subscribe to the Green Domain. Because next, we are exploring the herbs that appear in the medical traditions of multiple civilizations simultaneously, and asking the biggest question of all: why do the same plants keep showing up everywhere? Drop a comment and tell me which Persian remedy surprised you the most. And if you missed any of our civilization videos, all the links are in the description. Ancient wisdom, modern proof, real results. I will see you in the next one.